Alhamdulillah, we think that's the chairman. So chairman's supposed to have a loud voice. So we appreciate the reminder from him as well. Again, we want to welcome you to the WDM Ministry, the Mosque Convention. Again, we're saying this is a roll call for all uniformed Muslim Americans who are police officers, present or past, who are in the military, present or past, firemen, etc., present or past. This year's convention again, you see we're here paying tribute to our nation's finest men and women. The president just spoke yesterday. He was at Fort Bliss, honoring the service of all military people, those again current and past. So we are in tune with the direction of what the nation is going in, and we're in tune with our leader, the course that our leader put us on. So we want to recognize them, always recognize them for their what? For their unwavering contributions, their unwavering dedication, their unwavering pride in fulfilling their obligation. Allah says, so with that comes an obligation to serve. So we want to thank them for their obligation for serving and defending. As the Imam said back in, I think it was 77, when he picked up the American flag, we have an obligation to support, defend, and protect our society, our nation, our America. So that's what he said. So this is what we're honoring right now. And the military records show that when Imam Muhammad, Rahimahullah alayhi, when Imam Muhammad made that stand, their records show that they had a significant increase in Muslims joining the military from that point. And the records began to change. Some of them had other, and they began to change it to Muslim. Some had no preference in the system, they began to change it to Muslim. And then they began to see enlistments and commissions begin to go up from the stand that our leader took, in helping us have the right perspective, the right perception of the land. So we're here to honor our folks. We have a few that are going to speak to us today during the time that we have allotted. I just want to mention some of those we have. Some of you might know Sergeant Major came last year, Command Sergeant Major. Right now, he has another position. He's closer to Washington, D.C. now. He's the senior enlisted advisor to the Defense Logistics Agency. Very big responsibility. And he's going to speak to some of that. He's been in the highest position as a Muslim. In terms of position, the highest in our military. And we're thankful to Allah how Allah has blessed us, because we're striving for excellence. It's expected that we reach the level of the highest positions because we are focused on excellence. So with him also, we have Lieutenant Colonel Nasheed Salahuddin. Now he's currently serving right now. You see him in uniform looking good. Right here beside him. Thank Allah for him. We have to his right, Lyndon Bilal. He was a staff sergeant in the United States Air Force. He's a veteran now. You see he has his model, Muslim American Veterans Association, wear on. He was very instrumental. You probably see him online right now. There's a video out there. There are pictures of him at the Pentagon with our Imam. With our Imam. And I want to say that our Imam made a comment right there. He said, if I was in the military, I'd be just like him. He pointed to that gentleman right there. Yes. Still serving. Still serving. Thank Allah for him. Right beside him, we have Imam Abdul Rahman Sharif. He's my uncle. He's a former Marine. And he spoke to us last year. You want to hear from him again. On beside of him, we have Private went in 1952. 1952, that's the Korean War time. And he was in the 82nd Airborne. You hear about 82nd Airborne now. You see, but he's one of the pioneers back there. And he's a veteran. We thank Allah for him. Airborne Ranger. Airborne Ranger. And I'm going to have him preach it. He's going to show you something when he come up that you all should try to zoom in on. So we thank Allah for that. And over here we have, in uniform on the end, we have Antonio St. Louis. Now he's currently in the reserves, but he's just returning from time in Iraq and Afghanistan. Our brother. And right beside him, we have Officer retired officer, Sabir Salim, he was the second pioneer in the metropolitan area, the nation's capital. We had Shakir Muslim, was the first Muslim to serve on the Metropolitan Police Department in the nation's capital, and this brother is the second, just retired 28 years. I'm going to now turn the mic over. We're going to start the program. We're going to hear from Senior Enlisted Advisor, Sergeant Major Sultan Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger. I stand before you today humble, appreciative, and I tell you that I am very understanding of what you deal with every day as a human being and as an individual. Today you notice that I'm not in uniform. I am currently still on active duty. But today I chose to wear the uniform of the Muslim American people. Today I chose to wear the uniform to show you that the soldier in me not only transformed from a military uniform, but from Al-Islam and my heritage, which was born right here in Newark, New Jersey. I stand before you today to tell you that I understand that Allah is fully in charge. I come from a hierarchy of organization where there are individuals where our command-in-chief starts with the President of the United States, and then you have generals, you have colonels, you have lieutenant colonels, you have officers. I stand before you today to tell you that I was blessed, truly blessed as an individual and as a child to be able to be part of this community and be a representative of the United States military as your representative. I ask that you accept me as your representative of this community. I ask that you accept me as your servant. I ask that you accept me as your soldier. And I only ask that you accept me as an individual and a human. I would tell you that I stand before you and I look at this banner up here that says one nation and one family, one human family. The three things my father taught me was that you must believe in Allah first, you must take care of your family, and you must show action is louder than words. I would tell you that I can be the disciplinary of all disciplinarians. I've been trained by the best. Standing to my right here was one of the disciplinarians who, as you know, Imam Kareem, Sister Jean, Brother Captain John, those individuals, they was great disciplinarians. And I would tell you that they raised a leader, a soldier, and more important, a servant of La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. There's nothing more important than that. The last time I stood before you, I shared with you that I was offered a position of higher position than what I was serving. And my name got submitted into the job, and I got to share with you that I did not get that job. It was to be the senior enlisted advisor for all logistics of the United States Army. What ended up happening was Allah took me through a trial, a tribulation, and told me that, you know, man has one plan, but Allah has another. 2 days later, the president of the Army Logistic University came to me and said, Sergeant Major Muhammad, we need you to put your name on this Defense Logistics Agency slate, and we need you to be the one that leads the Department of Defense in logistics and show the logistic community how that business works. As I sat there and I told upon this bag,